To start this video off, I'm going to say it's really nice you have to move the race car out to help somebody else's daily. Today we are going to be working on Sean's car again. We're going to be doing front wheel bearings, spark plugs, coils, and a bigger radiator. So let's get to that. This is what Sean's issue was on this side. So here you guys see we are taking off the brake to start taking the wheel bearing out. Actually, I have never done a wheel bearing, but I've been obviously deeper than just replacing a wheel bearing. So honestly, nothing too crazy to talk about here. The reason why Sean needed to get these replaced is he started having a really bad squeaking noise, and his one hubcap popped off his rims because they were getting hot enough that it expanded enough that it made it fly away. So yeah, good thing that this wasn't really that difficult. The bolts were a little seized on there, but we were able to use some PB Blaster, not sponsored, and we were able to get them out with pretty much ease. And he said it was bad enough, my driveway has a slant downhill, that he turned the car off and tried to let it coast, and it stopped him about halfway. So definitely not good, especially because it could definitely cause a fire. We've seen it a lot, honestly, just looking on the internet. So yeah, here's this. Really wasn't that difficult to do. Just 4 bolts on the back, and then just make sure you have the heat shield on the right way and go about it that way. But yeah, this, especially if you need to do this out of necessity and you really aren't that mechanically inclined, honestly, it's really not that bad. Honestly, the hardest part's just getting the brake caliper and rotor off, in case you've not done that before. And also, if you see we're not putting the brake rotor on before we move to the other side, is actually because the guy that Sean bought this car off of put the brakes on the wrong way, so the directional rotors were on backwards. So we made sure to fix that, and just one thing at a time, make sure his car's better than it was. He bought it as a pretty much complete basket case, which is unfortunate. So I actually enjoy working on this car with him because I've not really ever had a project car. Hopefully we can change that soon, like a project drag car or something would be awesome. But just something that you can daily drive, but you know it has issues, and slowly, little by little, you are able to repair it and really just enjoy every single step of the way, which honestly is one of the most fun parts about working on project cars. Is every little thing you do working in the right direction will make you enjoy the car and have a new experience and really enjoy it, which is awesome. So I'd like to experience that one day. It could honestly not even be anything expensive, but we'll get there for sure. But for now, I get to live it through Sean and not even have to spend the money on parts. So there's that. There's nothing really much different to talk about on the other side, so let's get to playing some wonderful non-copyrighted music. iPad fell out, sorry.
What the fuck?
No!
What the actual fuck?
This was not planned at all.
Wait, I'm cold. Ah, that feels better. Wait, hold on. Turn towards me. Alright, I got clear.
Yeah, you got AC now.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Alright, so I talked him into trying to do some launch control here. If the road's clear, we're gonna give it a good send. Now this is a 2011 WRX with the EJ motor, but no STI transmission, so we could really see what this thing can do right here. Oh Lord. How fast was that, sir?
110.
Okay, not too bad.
That thing fucking grabs.
Yeah, that thing grabs, man. You honestly could hit it harder.
Yeah, honestly felt good.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
First time I've ever actually launched it too.
Yeah. Tires felt pretty good.
They did.
Now the reason why I laughed like that is because I'm usually the one doing the shenanigans. I'm never in the passenger seat. I'm the one that's always scaring people, but being in the passenger seat is just a completely different experience, man. The real test. I don't know why he's doing that. Spray that. See, oh yeah, see, look, it's not steaming
Oh
like
my
crazy.
god, it's fusing.
Yeah, it's not steaming like crazy like it was, man. We should have showed that. That was crazy.
Well, I lost the hubcap anyway, so.
Right, it got so hot it literally popped the cap off of the wheel.
It blew it off.
Yeah, that's crazy. Alrighty guys, we are back for day 2. We're getting the car completely cooled off now, and then we're going to be replacing the radiator, spark plugs, and coils. We're actually going to be taking the hood off, and Gabby's going to try and paint it. So that probably won't be recorded, but we'll see the end results on that. But besides that, we're going to give it about 10-15 minutes to at least cool off a little bit and then start draining it and get to work. Post-production me, we did not actually get a picture of the hood, but just say we ran out of spray paint, so it looks like a tiger decided to design it. Funny enough, but we got the rust off the hood, and we are actually going to be wrapping it eventually, so it really doesn't have to be that perfect. Ooh, tasty. Ooh, that burns. Oh, that burns. Oh, God, that burns. Oh, I got some right in my mouth. While this is draining, I will say, when I owned my 15 STI, I did put a Mishimoto radiator in it, basically the same one he's putting in this. So, from what I know, it is just about the same, so I should be pretty knowledgeable when it comes to that. Especially because these EJ motors do sometimes have an issue running hot. So, as soon as I bought mine, I bought the radiator, bought the cylinder 4 cooling mod, which some people say is beneficial or not. I never had any issues in the only 6 months I owned mine. So that, cooler thermostat and things like that. So just something to keep it running a little cooler so it's not running right on the maximum edge of issues. So while the coolant is still draining, we're going to start getting the stuff on top of the radiator off to be able to get the radiator pulled out when it's finally done being drained. I think it's about the time in the video that I talk about I'd rather do 25 radiator installs in a row versus ever change the spark plugs on one of these cars. I didn't even look forward to getting the footage to have to replace the spark plugs because it just wasn't they're not fun. It's not fun. I figured out after my 15 STI that it's easier to get the spark plug socket in there, put an adapter on it to go down to 1/4 inch, and use 1/4 inch sockets and extensions because the heads on those are just a lot smaller, and you're able to work with it a little bit better than you can with the 3/8 stuff. Still probably took about an hour and a half for my side, and Sean took longer on his, but still, it's just not fun at all. I definitely went a little bit insane while doing it because I had the spark plug fully tightened, and then my brand new spark plug socket didn't come off. So there's definitely a lot of back and forth that I had to do, which is just something that I think everybody replacing spark plugs on a Subaru has experienced at one time or another. But going away from my rant now, as you see, we are taking off the thermostat to be able to replace it with a cooler one. In the part of the video that I talked about the cooling of the thermostat, I just didn't like. So to talk about it now, he had a 77 degrees Celsius thermostat in it, and he replaced it with a 68. So it's definitely going to run cooler. Also speaking, looking at that lower radiator hose, I did actually have to trim off about 2 inches off of it. It was just too long, and it was kinking off, and that was really the only thing we ran into with this radiator install. So if that's all I had to do, that's not bad at all. Definitely, something super simple, especially to keep it running cooler and not have it blow up. Obviously, running too hot isn't going to blow it up, but it's going to cause the issues to make it blow up. So, anything to prevent that, anything to make it run cooler, run happier, I'm all for. And again, here, don't crucify me. I really didn't get the best footage of replacing the spark plugs because I can barely see them, let alone put a camera up there for you guys and me to see it both would just not be very fun. But if you guys have ever done spark plugs on a Subaru, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I definitely went a little insane going back to that. But basically, this is a little different than the one that I had because I didn't have a front mount on mine. So here I am taking off the front mount intercooler piping, which was actually needed to take the battery out, which was needed to see the spark plugs a lot easier. So I told Sean that I was probably going to do the harder side so we could at least be done when there's still daylight outside. I still had to have him help me take off this tube here on this side, but again, that's nothing compared to everything else. So all of a sudden, boom, big jump, Gabby's back, I'm putting the battery back in and the piping back on. But there was probably 2 hours in between those two clips, between, taking breaks and, just Subaru stuff. But anyways, guys, this was honestly not that bad, and Sean even called me today thanking me for helping him get his car back on the road again. Not only the clutch, but now that he's able to drive it, he's experiencing a lot more and different issues, which, again, if it's not on my wallet and I'm able to make content and help him out, I'm all for it. Sean's a great guy. He's helped me a ton with YouTube so far and editing and recording and pictures, and honestly, my track stuff wouldn't be nearly as good without him, and especially without Gabby, too. They both have been very supportive, and I can't be more thankful for them. So, without it being all mushy, I will say that I do like to surround my people with some of the greatest people I've ever been with in my life. And a big shout out to both Gabby and Sean. Also, shout out Seth, who helped me at the track video last time. But anyways, besides that, here we are just buttoning everything back up, and there I am drinking the purple, the Welch's Grape Ghost. I've never had a Ghost before in my life. I don't recommend that, even if you like grape. Not the best. Yeah, so here we are, about to see the first start.
Go for it, big dog.
drop very much, so we did a pretty good job of that. But it runs, man. It sounds happy. It sounds really happy. Well, guys, everything seemed to go over extremely well. We got the new spark plugs in, which this wasn't a video telling you how to do it. We just kind of took 2 hours to do it. Radiator's in, everything's great. We're just gonna put the car on the ground and go for a first drive again. And I guess I'll see you guys at that point. So let's get to that. All right, so very similar sequence. We're saying bye to Sean. We didn't actually go for a test drive, but we're pretty confident because we did let it run and get hot and everything like that. So unless he calls me within 20 minutes saying that he can't make it home, we'll be good. So that actually sounds a lot better than it did previously. So hopefully it all stays true and actually works. I'll say it in the voiceover too, but cylinder 2 was completely loose, which was his big misfire issue. So hopefully that's all fixed. It's probably running better and staying cooler now than it ever has. So hopefully now he finally has a nice running car. And to say that, I appreciate him for all the editing.
Thanks, William.
I appreciate all the editing and all the trips he makes to come out and see me. So this is how I pay him back. Just being a nice guy. Next, we're replacing the valve seals on this turd. So be ready for that. So she goes with like 2 quarts of oil every 3 weeks. That's horrible. But anyways, hopefully this car is actually good for once. We're gonna get it one color eventually. Whatever he decides what color it actually needs to be. But it is, if you guys have any suggestions of what color to put it in the comments below. Gabby is all for BRG, which, whatever. It is a kind of cool color. Might go well with the body lines, I don't really know. But
the red accents?
It is past midnight right now, so we're gonna get this all exported and uploaded and ready for today. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.